Morning, glory, evening, grace, brethren, and sisters. Great to have everybody back on with us here with a Black Bear Temperance and of a Temperance Awakening here, and a continuing looking at quitting smokeless tobacco, overcoming our smokeless tobacco addictions, as we begin a new section here today, probably our final section, section 3 overall, not our session, but sections, like we've done 1 and 2 so far. Like, of course, we had an introduction where we looked at the kind of health risk of tobacco. And then a section 1, we looked at biblical things, obviously being Bible-based. Section 2, we looked at like a wholesome family and wholesome hobbies. And now we'll come to section 3, which is starting to conclude here. We'll probably only have a couple more sessions after this. But maybe, possibly just 1, but probably no more than 2 or 3. But nonetheless, though, looking here at section number 3, which is getting ready to quit, and of course, some of what we have here to say today will be a little bit of a summing conclusion of things that we've already looked at. But get ready to quit. If you haven't already, choose a quit date. Choose a specific quit date where you're going to say, "That's it. I'm not using anymore." And think about all the ways that quitting is going to improve your life and certainly your health. Your life. Like all the money, that you're going to save. Going to be a lot of money saved. How that's going to improve, your family life and professional life, things that we've already looked at. And certainly there also with your health. And also certainly get rid of temptations. That is very, very important there. Get rid of your temptations. Like a lot of people, most people, like who use tobacco, like when they're going to work or like on the way home or something, there's a specific route, that they'll take, to go by a convenience store, a grocery store, something of that nature, to pick up tobacco, go home a different way, get rid of all that temptation. And we certainly don't want to tell you to just remove people from your life, completely, like friends or relatives. But there are certainly a lot of people, though, who relapse, who either relapse, who, just can't quit using tobacco because they have, like, close friends or, like, a relative, somebody they're around on a very regular basis, who uses tobacco. So limit your time, though. Probably going to have to limit, your time with that person. And like if that's coworkers, like a lot of coworkers who, go outside, during break times, do something else, on your break time. And certainly think about what you've learned from past attempts to quit. If you have tried to quit in the past, things that worked, maybe things that helped you, and then what didn't work, what caused you to relapse, and to go back into the addiction. So certainly keep those things there in mind. And kind of like we've already said here, certainly get support and encouragement. We cannot really reiterate that enough. That's a big part of the reason why I, started this ministry, I know, was to help people that really didn't have much of a support system. But, get support and encouragement, like family, parents, siblings, children, spouse, cousins, aunts, uncles, whomever. Friends, trustworthy friends and coworkers. And get them to tell you, how much it would mean to them for you to quit. Use that as encouragement and how they want you to stop, how disgusting of a habit that it is, how it's hurting your health and your finances, etc. I know people have different personalities, but, at least to some extent, get them to explain that to you, how much it would mean to them if you quit. And certainly reach out to some other professional help, as well, like a minister, like obviously, using this program, reach out to me anytime, day or night, 24 hours. If I don't get back to you immediately, get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, your, local pastor, which I hope that you have, if I'm not, your local pastor. Get help from a minister or a physician, certainly, and possibly a psychologist, and, use those people. And like we kind of already said that, but keep tobacco out of sight. That's extremely important. Keep it out of sight. If there's like a place, a store, like where you usually, pick that up, go home. a different route, even if it's longer, that's certainly better than relapsing. Like you might have to, rotate your schedule somehow. Like I said, I don't want you to completely, remove, like friends or, friends, family, coworkers or whatever completely out of your life, but you may have to limit your time with them. Simply ask them not to do that in front of you because you're trying to quit. But certainly keep that out of sight, though. And get prepared for difficult situations. That's extremely important. The first 3 months is the most difficult. They're roundabout the first 3 months. Find ways to handle stress and temptation. And as you know, I'm a pretty open guy to some of these things because all of us are individuals. And do what works for you, but you must do what works for you. You must be strict on yourself, but do those things that work for you because people have different personalities and people have different triggers, which is one there. That's the first thing there that, we really have to, talk about. What triggers, that time, for tobacco. Usually that's, oftentimes that can be a stressful situation, but, try to monitor that for like a lot of people. That's just, having to go to work or doing a task at work, something you don't really like doing. Find a way to handle that, sing a hymn or something, kind of pray in your heart, whenever you do that. I know that can be around different people, like managers, supervisors, bosses, kind of like I said, just, say in your heart, you're not going to relapse, even though this coworker or whoever that might be, isn't a person you really enjoy being around. I know kids often, kids are kids and they do things that are annoying and get on our nerves. Just say in your heart, I'm not going to relapse. Like I said, monitor, those triggers, and something that can really help here, which we've kind of already discussed this a little bit. Eat healthy foods and exercise. Eat healthy, extremely important. Stay away from the sugar. Certainly abstain from sugar as much as you possibly can, and exercise. That doesn't have to be a very, very tedious, very strenuous exercise, but do something. That's just walking. Like stats, have proven that, just walking, a mile, maybe a mile or two a day, that can, really improve your health a lot. And that also helps your mood, that's what's been proven, exercise that helps, both the physical body and a mental body. That'll help a mood greatly. And of course, being faith-based, read the Bible, whenever those times come. I know some people have that addiction and, they just want it. But, read the Bible, read some good books, certainly pray, and lean on your support, like call somebody, call somebody, got a spouse or, a parent or a child or somebody there around, lean on them, let them know. I'm really having that craving right now. Would you help me? Or, like I said, I'm a very open person. What helps for you? Like we mentioned exercise, but whenever that, craving comes, maybe go for a walk. If it's the time is right, the weather's not bad outside. Like I said, go for a walk. Walk your dog, or play with an animal, a pet that you have. Play with your children. Talk to your wife about something. Certainly be prepared though for those times, and certainly remind yourself of the benefits of quitting. And that's all that we have for today. And as I said, a lot of this certainly is for you. Like I said, choose a quit date. Choose a quit date. Of course, everybody here, we encourage you, to keep a journal. Write down some of the things that we've mentioned here. Things that you might want to do, might try doing to be prepared. For whenever this temptation comes. And as I said, we're always right there to help. Lean on us. We'll help you in any way that we certainly can. And certainly, thank you for being with us here today. And until next time, until that ever can the shadows flee away, I'm Dr. Cooper and I love you and I appreciate you.